He has proven over the last 2 seasons that he is physically fine. You have to accept that he is one of the best pitchers in baseball. Greetings, my friends. Welcome to another video here on the channel. Before we start, I ask you to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. The question that does not want to be silent is the following. Should the Yankees hire Carlos Rondon? Yes or no? What are the pros and cons about this player? The Yankees have long ago proven that no one is better at consistently producing winning seasons and playing in October. But now, they must be looking for pieces to surpass them in the postseason and return to the World Series for the first time since 2009. With that, they have re-signed Anthony Rizzo, assume Aaron Judge will stay as well. Both are vital moves, but if the Yankees want to win championships and specifically beat the Houston Astros currently, they need to add an edge. I know you can argue that they have benefited more from a proven reliable postseason player like free agent Carlos Correa, as it is this offense that has been the problem in recent autumns. However, if they are committed to their young shortstop prospects, as seems to be the case, the Yankees should try to follow the example of the world champions and try to outperform everyone. They have a good 1-2 in Garrett Cole and Nestor Cortez, and some dominance at third in the rotation in Luis Severino. Adding another ace-like starter to that mix in October would make the Yankees as imposing as, well, the Astros. In this situation, there are only 3 available pitchers who fit the bill: Jacob deGrom, Justin Verlander, and Carlos Rodon. But what about Rondon? We will now proceed with the pros and cons regarding Carlos Rodon. Cons. Rodon has always been healthy and very dominant from start to finish in 2022. However, his injury history is still significant enough to make any team think hard about giving him an expensive contract for 5 or 6 years, which is apparently what he is looking for. The left-hander pitched 178 innings, the record of his career, last season, the highest total of his career. His last previous injury-free season was in 2016, the only other season of his 8 years in the big leagues in which he threw more than 139.1 innings. Rodon underwent shoulder surgery in 2017 and then Tommy John surgery on his elbow in 2019, which also cost him virtually the entire 2020 season. As a result, he threw a total of 111.2 innings in those 3 seasons, all with the Chicago White Sox. In the 2014 draft at North Carolina State, he was relatively healthy in 2021. However, he still missed several late season starts due to what the White Sox called shoulder fatigue, which caused his fastball velocity to decrease. So while he remained injury-free in 2022, it is still an act of faith for any team to give Rodon a long-term contract. Pros. Rodon has proven over the past 2 seasons that when he is physically well, he is one of the best pitchers in baseball. The lefty pitched to a 2.37 ERA in 24 starts for the White Sox in 2021, posting a whip of .957 and an impressive 185 ERA+. Then last season, after signing a short-term contract, due to his injury history, with the Giants, he went 14-8 with a 2.88 ERA in 31 starts. He racked up 237 strikeouts in 278 innings, and his K rate of 12 per 9 innings was the best in the majors for a starting pitcher. How does he do it? Rodon is pure power, relying heavily on his four-seam fastball that averaged 95.46 miles per hour last season, regularly defeating hitters in the zone. At a time when the trend is for pitchers to throw fewer fastballs and more breaking balls, Rodon threw his four-seam 61% of the time last season, holding opposing hitters to a .211 batting average with him. His fastball has a great load and hitters can't reach it, a team executive told me. They also can't cheat because his slider is a swing-and-miss pitch with great depth. He will throw his curveball only occasionally. He's really a 2-pitch pitcher, which is rare for a starter. But you could argue that he has as good a fastball/slider combination as anyone. That's right, according to Brooks Baseball, Rodon's fastball and slider accounted for just over 92% of his pitches in 2021, as he threw 5% curveballs and 2% changeups. What really impresses scouts is that Rodon basically lives upstairs with his fastball and rarely gets hurt with the home run ball. Last season, in fact, he allowed 12 home runs, or an excellent 0.6 per 9 innings, which is no small feat at Yankee Stadium. My de facto opinion is this: if the Yankees want to try to dominate their opponent with pitching, adding another ace is the way to do it. But again, I simply don't see Hal Steinbrenner paying deGrom or Verlander, even in short-term deals. Rodon will not come cheap, probably something in the $25 to $30 million range in 5 or 6 years. But he is going in the right direction in terms of injuries, and at 30, after what he did in 2021, he may be hitting his peak. It would be another big commitment, but for a team looking for October differentials, Rodon is worth the risk.